Fair Use. Daily Reflections. This is a book of reflections by AA members for AA members. July 27th. Giving freely. We will make every personal sacrifice necessary to ensure the unity of Alcoholics Anonymous. We will do this because we have learned to love God and one another. AA Comes of Age, page 234. To be self-supporting through my own contributions was never a strong characteristic during my days as a practicing alcoholic. The giving of time or money always demanded a price tag. As a newcomer, I was told we have to give it away in order to keep it. As I began to adopt the principles of Alcoholics Anonymous in my life, I soon found it was a privilege to give to the fellowship as an expression of the gratitude I felt in my heart. My love of God and of others became the motivating factor in my life with no thought of return. I realize now that giving freely is God's way of expressing Himself through me. Courage to Change One Day at a Time in Al-Anon, July 27th. I take to heart the words in the suggested closing that say, "Let there be no gossip or criticism of one another." I try to leave my judgmental attitude at the door. Unfortunately, I pick it up again the instant I get into my car after the meeting. Nobody drives well enough to suit me. The car ahead of me goes too slowly, and I am forced to get very close and push it along. The driver behind me does the same to me. Not to be intimidated, I swear at him and drive even slower. Don't they know my rules of the road? In other words, through constant criticism and expectations of others, I isolate myself and act like a victim. Whatever happened to practicing the Al-Anon principles in all my affairs? Do I really think I can fully reap the benefits of the program by practicing unconditional love for a single hour, 2 or 3 times a week? It may be a start, but only a start. Today's reminder. I can't keep thoughts from coming into my head, but I have a choice about whether or not to entertain those thoughts for the next hour. Am I making the choices I want to make, or is it habit making my choices for me? A change of attitude means a change in my thinking. I will look at the principles I am practicing today. There is a quote from William Law, and it reads, "We must alter our lives in order to alter our hearts, for it is impossible to live one way and pray another." Just for today, Daily Meditations for Recovering Addicts, July 27th. We do recover. After coming to NA, we found ourselves among a very special group of people who have suffered like us and found recovery. In their experiences, freely shared, we found hope for ourselves. If the program worked for them, it would work for us. Basic text, page 10. A newcomer walks into his or her first meeting, shaking and confused. People are milling about. Refreshments and literature are set out. The meeting starts after everyone has drifted over to their chairs and settled themselves in. After taking a bewildered glance at the odd assortment of folks in the room, the newcomer asks, "Why should I bet my life on this group? After all, they're just a bunch of addicts like me." Though it may be true that not many of our members had much going for us when we got here, the newcomer soon learns that the way we are living today is what counts. Our meetings are filled with addicts whose lives have turned completely around. Against all odds, we are recovering. The newcomer can relate to where we've been and draw hope from where we are now. Today, every one of us has the opportunity to recover. Yes, we can safely entrust our lives to our higher power and to Narcotics Anonymous. So long as we work the program, the payoff is certain: freedom from active addiction and a better way of life. Just for today, the recovery I found in Narcotics Anonymous is a sure thing. By basing my life on it, I know I will grow. Today, Emotions Anonymous, July 27th. Reflection for today. Today is my spouse's birthday. The best gift I can give him is to let him be himself, not try to change him. He has the same rights as I do and is entitled to make his own decisions, whether I think they are correct or not. Criticism is a major character defect of mine, one that I ask my higher power to remove. It is a very unloving habit and only leads to arguments and bad feelings. Meditation for today. Help me to remember I cannot change anybody but myself. Today I will remember I will concentrate today on my own assets and character defects, and I will be grateful for those who love me as I am. Strengthening my recovery. Meditations for adult children of alcoholics, dysfunctional families, July 27th. Codependence. We focus on others to avoid looking at our own behavior and fear. BRB, page 335. Why do some of us want to take care of everyone else so badly? Why do we get so incensed when we see others treated poorly, feeling anger and rage towards the perpetrator? Yes, we feel deeply that no one should take advantage of other people, but the baggage we are carrying from our childhoods often causes us to go beyond trying to help someone. We can blow things entirely out of proportion with our unresolved sadness and rage. In ACA, we learn that we cannot be effective in helping others until we deal with our own issues. We do this by getting honest about the true nature of our behaviors. When we fight someone else's fight, aren't we really fighting for that wounded part of us that remains unhealed? When we feel their pain and hang on to it, aren't we really feeling our own childhood trauma? Often the best way to help others is to let them learn how to stand up for themselves. And the best way to help ourselves is to be aware of what we're doing and why we're doing it. When we focus too much on someone else's fight, we realize that it's because we have unresolved issues. The affirmation reads, "On this day I will be clear about my motives before I look outside of myself to take action." Please share, subscribe, like, and most of all, be the you that you are created to be, one day at a time.